Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Kassandra and today we'll be doing a full moon yoga practice. Not too long ago I did a new moon yoga class and you guys really liked it, so this is the continuation of that. So our new moon practice was all about setting intentions and setting goals. Full moon is a little bit different, so this is more of a time to reap the rewards of all the hard work that you've done, and it's also a really great time to let go of things that no longer serve you and steer the course in a better direction. You might have a little bit more energy in this kind of full moon or the time of the full moon, so we'll make this a bit more of an active class, but we'll still have some longer held hip openers. You might find it easier, instead of having your mat aimed right at me or right at your screen, I would advise you to have it longer. So align it with long, just because we're going to do Moon Salutations instead of Sun Salutations. So we move back and forth on our mat quite a bit. So you might find it easier to follow along that way. Let's begin lying down on our back, taking our reclined butterfly pose. And you can bring one hand on the belly and one hand on the heart. So the feet are together and the knees are apart. If this is uncomfortable in any way for your hips or for your low back, you're welcome to just keep your feet flat on the mat with your knees bent. Let the shoulders relax and the eyes close. Breathing in and out through the nose. And we want to make this a meditative practice. So as you're in this pose, start to think over the last month, progress that was made, accomplishments and victories. This can be in your personal life or in your professional life. Really honoring all the work that was done. And celebrating those achievements. And ask yourself if there's anything that you need to let go of that no longer serves you. Again, this can be personal or professional. It can be a negative attitude or negative people. What is it that you need to let go of to amplify even more your achievements, your progress, your goals and dreams? And we'll just sit with that for a few minutes. As you inhale, feel the breath travel all the way down into the belly, and then up into the chest and into the heart. Exhaling out of the chest and then out of the belly. Allowing the inhale to be just as long as the exhale. Lifting the hands off of the belly and off of the chest. Just help your knees come back in towards one another. And you can widen your feet towards the edges of the mat and just let the knees drop from side to side. Really simple motions and movements, just to release the low back and release into the hips. We're going to pull our knees in towards the belly, giving them a big squeeze. Start to curl head and shoulders off the floor. See if you can bring your knees towards your nose, coiling in. And releasing back down. Bring your feet flat to the mat, about hip-width distance apart, setting up for a bridge pose. So you pretty much almost want to be able to hold on to your heels or just touch the heels. Relax the arms, start to press the feet into the floor, curl tailbone up, and really slowly you're going to lift your hips, low back, and mid back off the floor. So if the knees are opening up any wider than they were before, try to keep them that same hip-width distance apart. Relax the arms, make this about the low body, about the legs. Keep breathing deeply in and out through the nose. Pressing down through all four corners of both feet. Take one more inhale. And gently let yourself roll back down inch by inch. And we'll make our way into our tabletop pose. So crossing at the ankles, lifting up. Palms will come down to the floor. Hands are underneath the shoulders, knees are underneath the hips. Fingers are spreading really wide with the knees underneath the hips. So as you inhale, drop the belly, lift the gaze, curl tailbone up. And on the exhale, round the spine, chin to chest, drop the head. Take a few more, go at your own pace. Pressing into the fingers and knuckles. Last one. Inhale to extend. And exhale to contract. Coming back to your neutral tabletop pose. So we are actually not doing any downward dogs today, no chaturangas, really nothing that has to do with our sun salutations, but we will need to stand up at the top of the mat. So do this however is easiest to you. Let yourself come into a ragdoll forward fold. So feet are at least hip-width distance apart, maybe wider if you'd like to. And let the belly soften over the thighs. The arms can either dangle towards the floor, might be a little more comfortable to hold on to the opposite elbows. Swing gently. Completely letting go of any tension that might build up in the jaw. Fingertips coming back down to the floor. Bend the knees generously and slowly roll all the way up to stand inch by inch until head and shoulders lift up, drawing the shoulder blades down the back. So instead of facing forward towards the top of the mat like we normally would for a sun salutation, we're doing a moon salutation, so you'll need to turn to face towards me. Start with your feet hip-width distance apart, and on an inhale, we're going to reach our arms up overhead, palms together, interlace the fingers so that you're releasing your index and your thumb. So pointing straight up on the inhale, and then exhale, you're gonna move into your side bend. So bring your hips over to the left and reach the arms over to the right. So you're stretching into your left side body. Take an inhale, lift all the way back up, and then exhale over to the other side, stretching through the right side of your waist. Inhale, lift back up. And then you're going to take a big step out with your left foot and left leg. Heels are in, toes are out. Bend both knees, bend the elbows. So this is your temple pose. You're trying to press the knees open a little bit wider, squeezing the shoulder blades behind you without puffing the chest forward. So keep the rib cage hugging in, and you're just dropping down low. Lifting and spreading all 10 toes. Take one more breath in this pose. And then press to stand, straighten the legs and the arms, triangle. You're gonna turn your left toes to point towards the back of the mat, right foot parallel to the front of your mat. Hips go back and you're gonna slide that left hand down your left leg, right arm goes up. So these moon salutations take a little bit more coordination. Look wherever is comfortable, coming into our extended side angle. Start to bend into that left knee. Let the left fingertips come down to the floor and reach your right arm up and over. So you're trying to find one long diagonal line from the right fingertips all the way down to the right foot. If having the fingers to the ground is a little too much, you can always just prop your forearm onto your thigh. Really bending that front knee. Start to look down towards the floor. We meet in our low lunge. So back knee lowers down. Both hips and shoulders are facing towards the front of the mat. Keep your ankle underneath that knee and let's reach the arms up overhead. Lifting and looking up. Release the fingertips back down towards the floor. Tuck the back toes under, lift your back knee up. We meet in our wide-legged forward fold. So walk your hands to the right, both feet parallel to the shorter edges of your mat. Soften down. Shaking the head once or twice. Notice if all of your body weight is leaning into the heels. Try to shift it forward a little bit. Lift and lengthen, inhale. And then we're gonna do that same sequence, but reversing it to the other side. So find your low lunge at the front of the mat. So right knee is bending, left knee comes down. Drop the hips, inhale. Arms and chest lift up. Stretching deeply into the hip flexors, staying long through the arms. Fingertips come back down to the floor. We're gonna take our extended side angle. So curl the back toes under, lift the knee. You're gonna spin that back foot parallel to the shorter edge of your mat. Right fingertips can stay on the floor, or you can bring your forearm to your thigh, left arm up and over. So one long diagonal line from the left fingertips all the way down to your left foot. Extend your left arm straight up, triangle pose, so just straighten that front leg. Keeping your gaze steady to help with balance. Pressing into both feet, lift on up. Into your temple pose, heels in, toes out, bend the knees, bend the elbows. Try to drop the hips down low. Spine is nice and long. And then a little bit more challenging, we're gonna step to the left side of the mat into our mountain pose. Inhale, arms up. Interlace the fingers, release the thumb and the index into your side bend. So over, fingertips to the left. Stretching through your right side body. Inhale, lift up. And exhale, other side. Inhale, lift and lengthen, and release. So we're gonna do that flow one more time, but a little bit faster, one breath per movement. Feet hip width distance apart. Inhale, lift and lengthen, interlace the fingers. Exhale, lean over towards the front of your mat. Inhale, back up. Exhale to the other side. Inhale, lift it up, temple pose, right foot steps out, heels in, toes out. Bend the knees, drop the hips, squeeze into the elbows. And we straighten our legs, triangle pose, so right toes point forward, left foot parallel to the shorter edge of your mat. Slide the right hand down, extend your left arm up. Deep breath in here. Extended side angle, so bend that front leg until the fingertips can come down to the mat, and extend your top arm up and over. Stretching really long through the side waist. Looking down for your low lunge. Drop your left knee to the floor. So hips press forward and down, chin and chest rise. Moving to our wide-legged forward fold, fingertips to the ground. Walk your hands over towards the left. Soften at the waist. Lift and lengthen up. Walk your hands to the back of the mat, low lunge. So left toes point forward, right knee comes down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, fingers down, extended side angle. So spin your back foot parallel to the shorter edge of your mat. Left fingertips down, right arm reaches up and over. Try to pull that hip and pull that shoulder back. Press into both legs as you lift up to your triangle pose. So the right arm is pointing straight up towards the sky, and you can hold onto your shin for support. Pressing into the feet, come up. Into your temple pose one last time. Heels in, toes out, bend the knees, drop the hips. Squeeze the shoulder blades, and we're gonna step towards the front of our mat. Inhale, arms reach up, interlace. Exhale, lean it over towards the front of your mat. Inhale, lift, and exhale to the other side. Coming all the way back up, and we release. So we'll do one more type of moon salutation, but we're gonna start this one facing forward towards the top of the mat. As you inhale, reach the arms up overhead. Keep your palms shoulder width distance apart. As you exhale, bend the elbows. Take a little bit of a back bend. Inhale, reach it back up. Exhale, hands at your heart. You're gonna lean your weight onto your right leg and extend your left leg up and back for warrior three. So pull the lower belly in towards the low back to give you some support. You're welcome to do another arm variation if you'd like here. I'm just gonna keep the hands at the heart because it's better for my upper back. Squeeze into the glutes to keep the hamstrings engaged and the heel lifted. Very carefully step into your high lunge. So bend the right knee, left toes come all the way back. Inhale, arms reach up. And we're gonna move into our twist. So your left arm will go forward, right arm will reach back. Nothing changes in the legs. Keep bending into that front right knee, getting your thigh parallel to the floor. Into your easy twist from here. So you're really just dropping your left hand down, right arm up. Nothing really changes in the legs too much. Look wherever is comfortable for your neck. Let the right hand come down to the floor. Once more, we meet in our wide-legged forward fold. So this time, keep walking the hands all the way over towards your left leg and try to fold in a little bit deeper. You're already facing towards the direction we need to go in. We're coming into our easy twist. So turn your left toes to point forward. Lift the back heel off the mat. Plant your right hand down, left arm up. Stacking one shoulder over the other. Not letting it anchor forward too much. And this is a trickier transition. We need to come up into our high lunge with a twist. So press into both feet evenly, engage your core, and lift on up. So your left arm is still reaching back, right arm is facing forward, or reaching forward. Inhale, crescent lunge, arms up. Into your warrior three, hands together at the front of the heart. Shift the weight onto your left leg. Extend your right leg up and back. Gaze is steady. Step the feet together at the front of the mat. Inhale, arms rise. Palms shoulder width distance apart. Exhale into your back bend. Inhale to lift back up. And then hands at the heart. So we're gonna do that same thing, just a little bit faster. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, back bend. Inhale, lift. Warrior 3, hands at your heart, lean on that same left leg, re-extend your right leg up and back. Squeeze the glutes. Into your crescent lunge, bend that supporting leg, let the right toes come all the way back. Inhale, arms rise. Exhale to twist, right arm forward, left arm back. Take a full deep breath in here. And then your easy twist, right hand down, left arm up. Let the left fingertips come down into your wide-legged forward fold. This time your hands walk all the way over towards your right foot. Easy twist, right toes point forward, keep the left hand planted and grounded on the floor, right arm up. Press the feet down to the mat to maintain your twist as you lift up. So hips are forward, chest is opening. Inhale, lunge. Hands together, warrior 3, standing on your right leg. Left leg extends up and back. Feet together, stand up tall. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, back bend. Inhale, lift up. And let's just fold all the way down. Widen your legs and your feet a little bit. Take your ragdoll fold, maybe holding on to the elbows. Just notice the heat that the flow created. And come back to those intentions that you were setting at the beginning of class. So what do you want to honor and recognize and be proud of? And what do you want to let go of? What is holding you down and holding you back? With the fingers to the mat, let's come into our yogi squat, heels in, toes out. Bend the knees and drop the hips. Hands together, use the elbows to help the knees and the legs press open a little wider. Just take a few breaths here. Spine is lifted. You'll need to engage your core a little bit more. We're easing our way into our boat pose. So can you let your hips come down to the floor? Arms reach forward in front of you, legs lift. And you can keep your knees bent like I'm doing here. Take one more breath. And release. So moving into our longer held hip openers. We'll take turtle pose, which is a variation of butterfly. Instead of having your feet really close in towards your hips, you're gonna wanna give yourself a little bit more space. So the feet are still together and the knees are still open, but it's a little wider, so you'll end up targeting the outer edges of your glutes and outer edges of your hips a little bit more. And from here, we're just folding forward, hinging at the waist, and depending on how far down you get into the pose, you might be able to slide your forearms underneath the shins. And if that's the case, keep your palms facing up and let yourself soften and relax into the shape. Holding for a full minute here. Letting the upper body be heavy. Engaging the arms and the upper body a little more. Slowly unwind. Walk your palms back in, inch by inch. You can use your hands to help the knees come back up. And bring your feet a little bit closer towards you, feet flat to the ground. We're going to bring our left hand to the outside of your right leg, right fingertips behind you. This is just a really easy seated twist. So pull that right shoulder back. Release and over to the other side. So left fingertips back, right hand to the outer edge of your left thigh. And let's unwind. We're going to lower all the way down to our back. Keep your feet flat to the ground, knees are bent. We'll be coming into our reclined pigeon pose. So get as comfortable as you can here. You're going to cross your right ankle over the top of your left thigh. Keep that foot flexed and feel that right knee press away from you. So maybe this is enough if you're already feeling a pretty good stretch into your right hip. Otherwise, you can reach with your arms and catch a hold either behind the back of the thigh or towards the front of the shin as you pull your left knee in towards you. A full minute here. Take your last 5 deep breaths here. carefully release. We're going to unwrap the legs and move to the other side. So left ankle crosses over the top of your right thigh. Keep that foot flexed, and you can hold like that, or you can reach through with your arms and pull that right thigh a little closer towards you. Five breaths. And softly release. So we'll do one last pose before coming into Shavasana. It's very similar to the standing side bend that we were doing, but we're just doing it lying down on our backs. So with your feet flat to the ground, you're going to press the feet down, lift the hips up, and move them over towards the right side of your mat, and then bring your shoulders over to the left. So you want to make a half moon or a banana shape with your body. So the ankles and the feet will go over to the left so that you're making that nice little angle here. To deepen this stretch, you can reach the arms up overhead, holding onto the elbows, and you can also just cross your right ankle over the top of your left. So we want to avoid that right hip completely lifting off the floor. As much as possible, try to press it down. And you can intensify this stretch by exaggerating the angle a little bit more, and by bringing your hips further to the right, or your shoulders further to the left. So both shoulder blades grounded to the floor. And you should feel this from the top of your shoulder all the way down the side body and down into the hip. If you're really tight, you might feel it all the way down the leg as well. If you're crossing at the ankles, you can release that and bend the knees again. And we're going to move to the other side. So you're just bringing your hips all the way over to the left, while your shoulders and upper body go to the right. And sliding the feet down over to the right as well. You can keep the interlace of the elbows and maybe cross your left ankle over your right. Try to keep that left hip pressing down to the floor as much as possible. It'll probably lift an inch or two, which is fine. The arms can start sliding down your body again. Uncrossing the ankles, we're going to ease our way into Shavasana, our final resting pose. Take up some space with the hands and the legs, palms facing up. Let yourself relax on the ground, on your mat. And just observe the subtle shifts that have occurred. Paying close attention to the thoughts and the things you tell yourself. Shavasana is where I will leave you. I highly encourage that you take a couple minutes here in Shavasana, and when you're done, it might be worth it to grab your journal or pen and paper and just note down whatever it was that you were focusing on throughout our practice, or any thoughts that came through as you were moving around and breathing. Thank you so very much for doing this practice with me. Namaste.